Bendiciones. I was watching about on New York how they're having trouble with people with squatters. People have rights, like squatter rights. A lady went on vacation and she came back and there was people living in her house and she couldn't get rid of them. Uh, Another lady, she inherited a house and she hadn't been there for a while, and when she went to want to go sell it, she went to look and there was people living there and they had rights. She couldn't even kick them out. So there's a lot of things going on in, different places. In Chicago, they have migrants that are enforcing laws. They're police officers. They become um, police officers enforcing laws. And so there's a lot of, things to be aware of that is going on in different states, especially how in Florida they have boatloads of Haitians that are coming in. They kicked out their prime minister there, so they're trying to get American travelers and tourists to get brought back to the US, and they're having a trouble, they're having a hard time getting them to come back in, getting them out, but they're not having any trouble getting all of the prisoners, out and, into Jupiter Island, into Florida. They're able to come and, they're invading Florida by the boatload. And so, they're telling people just to be aware that, of what's going on. And if you watch on the news, people, they're mixing up the numbers or they're mixing up the stories to try to confuse people. And I was watching another cannibal video, but this is in the US. It's different people, like there's different events happening in the United States, and this one was in California. In Kern County, a lady was, reports say that she was thrown into the tracks, and others just say she was just hit by the train and she died. And a homeless guy, or different reports on who he was, ripped her leg off, and they caught him chewing the leg. And the first videos that came out about it were just on somebody's cell phone that they recorded and posted it. But here it's on the news is actually reporting on it. And let me see. Share sound. Okay. So this one. Let me play this.
A terrifying video circulating on social media appears to show a man carrying a severed body part of someone killed by a train in Wasco. Sheriff's officials say this happened today near the Wasco Amtrak station on G Street. Eyewitness News reporter Lena Folk has that story, but first, we do want to warn you that some of the footage is disturbing.
I'm not sure from where, but he came this way, and he walked all through here, and he was waving a person's leg, and well, he started chewing on it over there. He was biting it, and then he was hitting it against the wall and everything. And
it was a typical Friday for the construction workers laying down concrete outside the Amtrak station in Wasco until they saw a horrifying sight.
He's eating it. Hey, ¿se la está comiendo?
You are looking at what a witness says is a man eating a detached leg. The detached leg came from a person hit by a train near the Wasco Amtrak station earlier that morning.
Well, on the leg, the skin was hanging. You can see the bone.
Jose Ibarra tells Eyewitness News that when the man walked past him with the leg, he believed him to be homeless. Ibarra is unsure where the man came from. He says Kern County Sheriff's deputies stopped the man after people from the Amtrak station called the police. More videos sent into Eyewitness News shows the man waving the leg around. KCSO says the man is 27-year-old Rosendo Tellez. Tellez was arrested for taking evidence from the scene and had multiple outstanding warrants. At this moment, investigators haven't said who the leg belongs to or who was hurt in the train crash, but we do know that one person died. Tellez was arrested, and Kern County Sheriff's Office say it is an active investigation. Reporting in Wasco, Lena Folk, Eyewitness News.
And we're also at the scene of a crash
in northeast Bakersfield.
Yeah, so that was pretty crazy. And I feel bad for the people who saw that. That's pretty creepy, but that's not the first one here in the United States. Like we hear about it in other places, but then when you start to hear it here, and more like regular, it's a little bit, creepy. And like, before, I remember like Alex Jones years and years ago, he used to talk about like when there was going to be food shortages, that people were going to start eating their neighbors, like because of the craving for meat. And people would be like, oh my gosh, it would be all, crazy about it. And I don't know, like they say like more and more, like I watch people in different states, and they go through and they show like food in their area at the grocery store, and it's scarce. Like, sometimes they'll be out of like, a whole bunch of chicken, a whole bunch of beef. It like goes on, different waves of what, the shortages are. And people's cravings for meat. I mean, what, like, you think, like, what would you eat? Like, people don't grow their own stuff, people, and some people are against, like, even eating, like, rabbit or, things like that. Um, I got banned on if there's, like, a Nextdoor app, and people were asking, about something, somebody, because there was, like, a lot of people that came from, like, the Ukraine and Russia and China in, like, into California. And I forgot what they were saying, that they eat cats, like, from some places. And then, I was like, well, like, people that say that they're animal lovers, and, oh, I love, that just because their dog sleeps in the bed with them, but then they're quick to eat a cow or a pig, like, that's okay, that's fine, but they're animal lovers. And I'm just like, I don't know, like, this just seems kind of like a hypocrite to me. But then they were like, oh, I can't believe people would eat cats, or judging people in other countries because they eat dog. I can't believe that they would eat dog. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, why are you so judgmental of other people, And then I was like, who's to say, what food is, good, okay to eat? Who's to say? And then this guy that's Russian, he just came, his name was Igor. And he said, hungry people. And that's true. Hungry people are the ones to say, like, what's okay, what kind of food is okay to eat. And I posted on there, like, about coyote, like, to eat is, what about eating coyote? And they banned me because people were so offended by the thought of eating coyote, because coyote is so similar to dog meat. And people can't imagine eating dog, but it's okay to eat all these other, I don't know, it's just a big, thing. And I have Libra mind, so I'm always, trying to see every side, all angles of things, and trying to see it from other people's point of view. And, I'm not so much set in what my idea is. I try to see other people's idea on things, belief on things of, why. Like, I don't need to, I wouldn't, I can't say I wouldn't, because I don't know, but like, I don't think that I would want to eat like a cow or a pig, or, anything like that. But, if you never know, you never know. Then so this, bye.
My friends need to be punished.